Alright guys, so welcome back to a painter's vlog. Today I'm just going to kind of chit chat and I want to do an unboxing of a box of art supplies which is right behind me that I haven't yet had a chance to open. So I've got my French press here and I've got my favorite coffee mug, so let's go ahead and have a chat. Anyway, this is actually my meditation spot. I just sit on this little pillow and meditate here every day in my dirty old slippers. I'll go ahead and get rid of these. I got these from Muji. These are the best, by the way. They like conform to your feet and they're, I believe they're made by artisans in India. They're really awesome and I highly recommend them. So anyway, let's just say hello and have a little chat. So basically it's the third day into fall. Fall is actually my favorite season of all time. I love fall. And I think the reason is just the chill in the air. Kind of there's this little rustling of excitement and I just love the vibe. I like the transition. I always feel like new beginnings happen in fall. And especially for me in my life, as you guys know, I'm heading to Cambodia, so I'm thrilled and that's my new beginning that's happening in my life. So let me go ahead and cap this fucker off with some more coffee and let's go ahead and do a little unboxing here while we chit chat. So I got a slew of art supplies. I spent about $280 about a month and a half ago because I really want to be sure that I can get all the supplies I need while I'm in Cambodia. One of the things that you might not realize is in Siem Reap specifically, it's pretty hard to come by quality art materials. Like there's this one art store which I'll actually show you when I go. It's called I think it's called the Lucky Mall, and there's a little art store in the second or third floor. And it's kind of like one of those teacher supply stores with notebooks but then there's also artist supplies. There's like canvases and stuff, but as far as the oil paint section, I have never heard of that brand before. I think it's like a Chinese paint or something like that, but it appears like some of the boxes are from 1987 and they're totally dusty and I have no idea what's happening. I have not yet tried those oil paints, but you know what? I'll go ahead and do a review of them when I get there, so that should be kind of exciting. But anyway, so I have this big box of art supplies, and so these are primarily to hold me over for the next 6 months before I return to the United States in June. And, you know, at that time, I'm just going to kind of mentally reconvene and see if, you know, Cambodia is the place where I want to stay for a while. So I feel like in my heart and soul, like I'll probably want to be there for 2 or 3 years. I know that tourism has gone down a bit and the scene has changed a little bit since I haven't been there in the last year and a half. Which seems like ages ago. That's crazy to think that by the time I return, I haven't been there in 2 years. That doesn't even make sense to me, but you guys know, life is crazy, time flies. Ooh, you know what? Let me go ahead and slow this down and light my favorite incense, one of them anyway, Nag Champa, classic. I also love the Super Hit incense, and word of the wise, if you're living in New York, buy incense off the people that sell them on the street. There's a couple of vendors on 14th Street, Union Square, and then also I see them along Flatbush because they sell them for like $2 or $2.50 a box, or you can find them in like random bodegas, but some places like my food co-op overcharges like crazy. They charge like $4 for one of the small boxes for these. I'm like, oh hell no. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna burn some Nag Champa and get this vibe rolling. All right, so and then the other reason I put in this big order of art supplies is because I'm actually bringing a few of my favorite supplies to Colors of Cambodia and I'm gonna donate them to the kids. Things that they don't have there in Siem Reap. So let's go ahead and unbox this puppy and show you some of the stuff that we're working with here. Got my handy X-Acto knife. And I don't think I'm going to do much editing on this video, so I'm sorry for... Actually, I'm not sorry. You know, some videos are just meant to hang out, you know? So hopefully you guys like my platinum blonde. This is the most platinum I've ever been. Claire Malik and I have been dyeing our hair basically the same color for the past 6 months. Claire's one of my best buds, as you guys might know, and it's kind of hilarious. But we're both using the same color. Okay, I love how Blick has this eco bubble. It's a recycled earth-aware bubble stuff. And actually, these are a good idea, artists, to save these in case you need to ship out an artwork like across the country or overseas, because you can reuse these for your packaging materials. So just keep that in mind. All right, one of the first things I'm going to be donating to Colors of Cambodia is a Masterson covered palette. Now, I love these because this is my favorite paint keeper of all time. I just started using it about a year ago, and basically it's a stay wet system, and it keeps the paints wetter for a longer period of time, usually about 2 or 3 days, versus I was actually using saran wrap to cover my oil paints, and then they would dry out like basically quicker than this, a little bit quicker. So I'm going to be gifting them a palette, and so they can cover that up and keep using the paint so they don't have to waste materials. I'm also going to be donating them one of these silicoil tanks. Now, I'm not going to take these out of the bubble wrap right now, but when I was in Cambodia last year, I actually taught a couple of the teachers how to build a bootleg silicoil tank. So I was talking to Saun about building a silicoil tank, and I showed him a picture of the silicoil tank that I use in New York. So he built these really cool wires. All we really need are the glass jars to put them in. Hello to Saun.
Hello.
And Iraq. All right, this is an authentic, homemade Cambodian silicoil tank made by the genius Saun. Boom! And so they basically got wire out of the market, and basically the brush is dredged across the silicoil, and that takes the paint off, and the turpentine cleans the brush. So I'm bringing up a silicoil tank, and I got myself a new one too to use while I'm over there. And I'm also bringing them a disposable paper pad. So this is the gray pad, which I love, by New Wave Art Products Company. I like it because this paper has a slight gray tint to it, and you can see the colors a little bit better than the blinding white. I don't know why that is. I think, oh, so it says it's neutral gray for enhanced color gauging. Yeah, I know that there's some science to that, but don't even ask me. And of course I got myself one as well, so. And, oh my God, here's the list here. This was a, let's see. I don't know if it has the whole price on here. Oh yeah, $270. So yeah, that's one of my larger orders. I am definitely a preferred customer with Blick, so I always get discounts, which is awesome. I got myself a tube of white, yay! And then I just got myself some refills. I don't really have to go through all of these, but cadmium green, cadmium yellow medium, maple red. I like these cute little boxes too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna have one entire suitcase, because you know when you travel overseas, you can check 2 big suitcases, upwards of, I believe, 50 pounds. So one of my suitcases is going to be all art supplies. So I'm going to put my oil paints in there, my brushes. I'm going to put the supplies for Colors of Cambodia, and also my hair dyeing stuff. I know it sounds so silly, but you guys, you cannot find a reasonable hairstylist typically that will do this color. And I can't even find a reasonable hairstylist here in New York. I'm sorry. There was one guy in Siem Reap who did a fantastic job, but as far as I know, and that's David Sterling, but as far as I know now, as of a law that was passed like 2 or 3 months ago, expats or foreigners are not allowed to do hair in Siem Reap, so that's interesting. They're also not allowed to drive a tuk-tuk. So basically certain jobs there, I think they listed like 7 or 8 different jobs that foreigners are no longer allowed to do in Cambodia, because it takes away business from actual Cambodians. So, and for some reason hairstylist was one of those. So I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I feel like some of the foreigners really know how to get this type of blonde, because a lot of Cambodians, probably 99% of Cambodians are not dyeing their hair this color. So I'm bringing my hair dye products. Yes, okay. For as much as I'm a tomboy sometimes, I'm also very, very feminine in spirit, and I want to keep my hair up, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm actually growing my hair out. Look at this. It's getting longer. Woohoo. I'm so pumped. I don't know. I was actually kind of sad this morning. Fall kind of does that to me. It just brings, it cracks open my heart a little bit. I don't know. There's this just like transition thing, transitory phase that's very natural. All the leaves are turning color, and you know, things are dying, and you know, or just leading into a new phase and stuff. But anyway, I was thinking a lot about Robert Hunter, who died. A little known fact about me is I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan. I had this boyfriend in high school when I was 17, Patrick Guilfoyle. He was my first love, and he was such a deadhead. I mean, probably to an annoying point, but God bless him for it, because I actually really, really started getting into the Grateful Dead. And now they are in my top 5. Okay, don't judge me for that. They are in my top 5. And I'm actually going to be playing Weather Report Suite at my funeral. So if you're watching this video and I'm dead, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say stuff like that. But please play the Weather Report Suite at my funeral. As you guys know, I've talked about this color so many times. This is the Scheveningen Warm Gris by Old Holland. You need it. So oil painters, order it right now. Oh shit, I got 2 of those. Because you know what? I blast through that paint so much. Oh wait, what is this? Oh. Oh. Ooh, thank you, Old Holland. They sent me a free tube of titanium white. They were probably like, damn, this girl orders from us all the time. We're gonna hook her up. And then I've got, let me see, just any other unusual colors. I got sap green, Van Dyke brown. I use a lot of Van Dyke brown for like darks. As you guys might also know, I never use black. I always use a blend of Van Dyke brown and Payne's gray. So if you're ever looking for a nice, rich, deep black, it's gonna be those 2 colors combined. And ooh yeah, Old Holland blue gray. Ooh, that color is thick and creamy. So yeah, I'm really sad that the Grateful Dead, one of the greatest lyricists, died. I believe he died on the first day of fall. I think it was Monday. And this morning I had a chance to watch my client Neil play a little bit of Ripple and Candyman on his piano, which, I'll go ahead and throw the footage in right here. Ripple, rest in peace, Robert Hunter.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were?
So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like these people in our culture just kind of demarcate these times, and they just really exemplify the passage of time, and it can really be sad when a person from a certain era passes away, but what they left is complete legacy, man. It's just like, it'll live forever. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm an artist. I mean, I'm not really, I guess, operating out of the egoic sense, or perhaps I am, but I do want to leave a better mark on this world, and I do want to create art that's meaningful, and I want to create art that is a record of our time, that acts as a relic in the future. And I know that my work is doing that right now. I mean, if you even look at this behind me, this is a bodega sign. Yeah, that's one of the more simpler kind of like trite examples, but yeah, I mean, that's one of my goals. All right, guys, so we're wrapping up this box here. Oh, here's a Williamsburg Naples Yellow. That's a really nice, thick, creamy color, and it's beautiful for flesh tones. So, oh, another rule of thumb. You guys are professional artists, and you guys, I just want to give a shout out to all my artistic friends. You guys are amazing. I fucking love you, and as artists, we've got to support each other, you know? I know that sometimes jealousy might come into the landscape or mental speak, but as Jerry Saltz said, jealousy, the moment jealousy starts to enter your mind speak, you're ruined. It will absolutely tear you apart and ruin you. So we have to just celebrate our fellow artists, and if you're feeling that emotion arise in you when you see like something that's amazing, take it as inspiration and know that these are your contemporaries and you are just as amazing, and you have just as an important message as they do. And so please don't forget that. But save your boxes, you guys, because look at this. This Blick box is like a nice height and a nice size, like if you need to sell a painting. So be sure to save your materials and don't waste money on expensive boxes. All right, so let me go ahead and show my last favorite art supply material. Whoa, wow, I really went to town on these. I ordered 5 number 2 rounds. This is my favorite shape. And sorry for that sound out there, but my favorite brush are the Silver Bristlon 1900 rounds. It's a stiff synthetic with a round shaped tip. And it's absolutely my favorite brush of all time. And I'm actually going to be bringing a huge bundle of my used brushes to Colors of Cambodia for all the children to use. The brushes are still in good shape, but I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my brush. Like, I need it to have that point, otherwise it drives me nuts. So the minute it starts to splay even a tiny bit, I'm throwing it into that pile. So they're still good usable brushes. I'm not just giving them a pile of shit brushes, but it's quite a few. And then I think these are just more brushes. Yep, just more brushes. These are all size 3, and then I think I got like a couple size 1s. So yeah, basically I just ordered enough supplies to get me through the next 6 months while I'm in Cambodia. And yeah, and I think it'll be really fun to bring you guys on a tour of the art store there and maybe take you around town to some of the places that I get art supplies there. And that'll be super fun. So thank you guys for joining me for this unboxing and chit chat. I just kind of felt like talking today, so thanks for being there with me. I'm really excited for this weekend. I'm having a huge bonfire party with a bunch of artistic friends and friends from the neighborhood and some of the people from my gym as well, so I'm pretty pumped about that. So anyways, if you guys have any questions or you would like to see a certain video, please leave a comment below this video. So thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!